Well, hello the world, it's me, I'm back. It's been a long time. I'm fine, but very busy. I hope you're fine too, wherever you are in the world. And today, a very short video that I will post on YouTube as well to show you the different things I used for this project, which took me quite a long time. As I've been very busy for work and taking care of my boys, I couldn't spend much time crafting, so had very short sessions. So this project, I'm working on different projects at the moment, and this project took me quite a long time. You've probably seen the video and the pictures I posted on Instagram. So this is the project, okay? And inside, so I'm filming with one hand so I can open the project itself, but you've probably seen it on Instagram. If you haven't, just go and check it. So it's a project which, as usual, I couldn't plan. So I started from my paper. The paper I gel printed on kraft paper, and to gel print this one, I used my usual paints, Studio acrylics by Pebeo, this color and this color for the background, okay? And I added some, there we are, some little a splash of distress ink, okay, black suit, to get this, you see, this little distressed black prints over my paint, my acrylic paint. So I gel printed this, and I started with the, so my ideas, I told you, always start with the paper and this paper. So I immediately wanted to make a combo of this paper by Graphic 45, and it's the Blossom collection. There you are. Well, if I put it the right way, the other way around, it's going to be better. Blossom collection, okay, in Thrive, and it's a beautiful paper. I really had a crush for this, the colors of this one. I don't know why in heaven is the color turning yellow as I'm filming. I don't know. So I chose this paper because I love the reds, the different shades of reds that I could have in this paper, and the shades of green that suited them perfectly. So I don't like the other way around. It's not my cup of tea, but I love this pattern, and I immediately wanted to match the two. In my head, it just like popped. Want to match the two, and obviously it was for a journal. So I had made journals with the wrap journal and the notebook journal, but I treated myself. Wait a minute. Oh, making a mess here. Wait a minute. So this is the one I used for the first time. Pocket notebook. And this pocket notebook is a bit bigger than the other one. Okay. And I love it. I love the size of it, because it's if you want to, put bigger things in it, such as pictures and so on, it can be very useful. So love this one. I loved working with it. It took me quite a long time to get used to the size, which is a bit different. So I had to make some additions and subtractions and multiplications to find out how to make my stuff fit in. But in the end, I love the result. So I chose this by this is by Sizzix, of course, and by Eileen, of course, and it's great tool. Tell you what, each month I've decided to treat myself with a new die. They're a bit expensive when you buy them, particularly in France, because you can't find them everywhere. So you find them, but sometimes at a higher price. But I mean, I don't regret it at all. I have so much fun using these. And well, it's a game changer because you don't have to, reproduce all the scoring and so it does it all. So brilliant. So I said I'm going to make a journal with the pocketbook dies and the other dies I'm treating myself with this month. That is to say, Team Holtz's and Sizzix frame. Okay, and I had these in my radar for quite a long for quite a long time. Couldn't find it at the right price, and suddenly, woo! It appeared on Amazon at a very, very good price. So I just jumped on the bargain and bought it. And once again, I don't regret it. This is what I used here. Okay, to make my frame on the front cover of the journal and inside as well. So these were my bases, let's say, how I started my project. But, and there is always a but, you have to think about the inside as well. There is not only the cover. For me, the inside is as much important as the cover, the outside cover itself. So once again, I turned to my favorite papers of all that I buy at Liberties Papers Ireland, and it's the Thai silk paper that I used inside the project. So I'm going to try to get, wait a minute, okay, wait a minute. I'm going to try to get one of the projects so that you can see part of the project, let's say, so that you can see the inside. Okay, so here the inside is green. That's exactly the same paper, but the green model. But I I have to order some because I've used all my green sheets. So I'm gonna have to buy green sheets again from Liberties Paper. And so this is the inside, okay. And to glue my inside, here it's with the adhesive sheets. Here for the other part I used glue, and this is the glue I used whenever I want to glue paper on cardboard, not using adhesive sheets. So this is a Cleocol by Cléopâtre, and tell you what, as far as book binding is concerned, this is an excellent glue. Okay, very, very, very good. Once you've learned how to use it, it's a very good glue. So for this kind of paper, for instance, you have to be very, very careful because if you rub your paper too strongly, you can rip it off. It almost happened to me on one of the projects, so I had to find a way to to hide the ripping. But after a while, you get used to it and you know how to use it. So this is what I used to glue this paper. So as you see, it's a bit translucent, and that's what I like with this paper. It's a bit translucent, but very, very strong. Once it's glued, it doesn't move. Okay, so I like it. Now, I also used EVA foam, okay, very, very thin one that I bought at my local store. It's a very, very thin EVA foam, and it's a green, very lime green, let's say, and I like it because I wanted the whole stuff to be a bit bright at some point. So, and it cuts perfectly with the Big Shot and the bigz, okay, the bigz die, no problem at all. So I used it for the inside of the front cover of my folder, one of the folder that is on the in the book, sorry, in the pocket book, in the journal itself. So I also used because I wanted the thing to have a destroyed look and at the same time a glittery, sparkly look. So I also use my favorite glitters of all, Artezas, and it's amaranth pink. I love it. Very, very nice shade of pink. Well, it suited perfectly. If you look at the papers, it suited perfectly the papers. I don't know why the light is turning yellow. It's getting on my nerves. So this is what I used. Okay, you can see very sparkly, but as usual, I didn't want them to fly everywhere, particularly not in the eyes or on the fingers of the recipient of the journal. So first I glue them with my glitter glue. You can use Cléopâtre as well. Okay, I've discovered that it works perfect as well. But the difference with, and you have to know this, because I don't want you to be disappointed afterwards. Where is it? Oh my, poor me, poor me. I've lost it, of course. I need it, so I can't find it. Oh, what a mess in this craft room. Can't find it. Well, oh yeah, here it is. The point with Cleocol, is that when it dries like this. You see, it's a bit whitish, not totally clear. So if you use Cleocol, you have to know it. It's gonna get, when it dries, it's gonna get a bit whitish. It's not perfectly transparent. It's not perfectly clear. Whereas this one dry perfectly clear. Okay, so depends on what you want to do. So here I wanted to have a perfectly clear stuff, so used my Art Institute glue, used that, and then afterwards, after the glue was dried, I put some glossy accents on it, okay, and it keeps the glitter trapped. I might try to mix, I don't know, thinking about it, but I don't know what it's gonna, what I'm gonna get, but I might try to mix directly this in this, just to see, or in glue, I don't know, just to see what I get. I don't know, might try. I don't want to spoil it, that's the problem. Well, so this is it. This is what I used for my glitter, and I found that the cover was a bit, you know, sad, and I wanted to put some sparkle on it, but not too much, because I didn't want it to be like, you know, like a Christmas tree. And so I decided to use my embossing powder by a silvery, it's a silver embossing powder by Ranger ink, and I used it with Versamark. This is the embossing the embossing ink that I use, Versamark, and I'm used to it, so I stick to it, without no pun intended. And and I had bought a few months ago now, maybe a year ago, a set by Stampers Anonymous. I bought it secondhand from a woman who doesn't live very far away from my place, and it's by Stampers Anonymous, and it's called Book Covers. Okay, and I didn't use it completely. Okay, I just used it very, very slightly, and distressed the pattern with a see, it's very discreet. And I distressed the pattern with a brush and made it really, really faint in the end, okay? And it's same thing here. So you can see parts of the pattern, but, you know, it's mostly erased. And afterwards, What did I do? Oh yes, I took care of the different knots. So on the cover, I wanted to hide, you know, the creases of the cover with a thick velvet ribbon. So this is this is how I've decided to store my ribbon. So I've cut cardboards and you know, just did that, and it's much better now. I don't spend hours trying to detangled or untangled my ribbons in their box. So this is very easy to do, and after a while, it's a very it's a gain of time. So this is what I used for the cover to hide. You see, to hide here the creases of the journal, and for the mini knots, just like this one, used a very a thinner, very thin, it's not a thinner, very thin ribbon. It's only 3 millimeters wide, so it's a very thin ribbon, a very limey green color. And I mixed it. I made a kind of combo with my, see this one, with my silver cord, silver thread. This one I got from Artemio, I guess. And as you can see, I distressed the whole stuff and then glued it here on the corner, and so that it won't get away very easy, I put an extra dot of glossy accents. So first glued, let it dry, and then added a drop of glossy accent, and it doesn't budge. I could have used my hot glue gun, but the point is that I don't. The tip is not precise enough, so I was afraid I would have put glue everywhere, hot glue everywhere. So I turned to my art glitter glue, and then after it was dry, I added this drop of glossy accents. So this is for the stuff here. I used lots of things here for this project, lots of different stuff. Now, someone for Christmas sent me little rhinestones boxes. It was not in box; it was in the sachet bar. And Danielle, thank you, because I said, oh, I need these rhinestones, but I don't want, you know, regular rhinestone. I wanted some sort of grinded rhinestone, and thanks to Danielle, I had the perfect material. You can see, okay, it's not regular. It's just like if you had crushed glass and diamonds, pink diamonds, and it's really, really sparkly. And well, thank you, Danielle, because thanks to you, I could add it all around my frame. See, you see it's so sparkly. I love it. And then same as for the glitters, I added some glossy accent after it was dry, and it protects the rhinestone, and it won't go everywhere. Okay, it's stuck in there. And I did exactly with the same with little rhinestone that I find in nail art sections, actually, and they are very, very, very tiny, you can see. And I added, still the same, little, where is it? Oh, where is it? Oh, here it is. See? Tiny pearls, very tiny pearls that you use for nail art. And it's very cheap, and you can add it to a lot of projects, actually, because it's very tiny. So when you're working on cards and you want to have a very discreet effect, it's perfect. I know that Charlotte on Charlotte's World on Instagram uses the same materials. We realized that we have the same tips. okay, and it's very convenient, and it glues very well. It gets glued very well. So this is it for the main things. Here I just die cut paper with the bigz dies, and then I distressed the paper and glued it on the cover inside so they can write your name. But it's not, plain regular paper. It's a bit distressed, and I like it better like that. Here, made a little doorknob so that you can shut the notebook properly. Okay, and for the notebook, I decided to keep it independent from the journal itself. So if ever the recipient preferred to stick it to the journal, it's possible. Okay, just use the elastic and make it dependent. But I wanted to keep it independent, okay, so that it was removable from the journal, because it's not always easy to use the journal itself to write in it. So being removable, it's a more convenient, let's say. And here for the little bookmark here, I used both shades of green and of pink, Liberties paper tie silk. And what else did I use on this project? Oh yes, because here for the bookmarks, the two main bookmarks, let's say, I made the background on kraft paper with the gel print, and this time I used this paint, okay, by Pebeo, and Distress Spray Stain, pink raspberry, and the mix is just perfect. Then I embossed it with my Stampers Anonymous cover books stamps and embossing powder, silver embossing powder, and used the oval shapes that I had left from my here, from my stuff here and elsewhere, and used them, okay, the rectangle one and the oval one for as a centerpiece for my focal point. I don't know you call it. I think I've read it in a description. Focal point on the bookmark. There we are. So I think I've said everything. Oh, of course, as I made a mess at some point with a drop of glue that I had not seen, I hid it with my favorite little flower, my Sizzix little flower that is present almost everywhere, and in my project, in any of my projects. And I think that's it. Of course, I sealed all the edges with microglaze after having put some distress oxide, lime, twisted citron, you see, on the edges, and I sealed it with distress oxide. And this is it, all I used for the project. So I hope you like it. I hope you have not fallen asleep while listening to the sound of my voice. And I say see you, my friends, and take care, and keep creating. Bye bye.